Welcome to this video which will take you to the next level of counseling, the high school counseling. This video will explore the developmental needs of students at their high school stage and how high school counseling program could address those needs and facilitate the students to become a productive and a happy individual. At the end of this video, you will be able to understand the unique characteristics of high school students, realize their distinctive developmental needs, gain insights into how a high school counseling program can be devised based on their specific developmental needs, comprehend the role of school counselors at high school level. The high school system in India is for children of 13 years to 15 years. It covers standard 8 to standard 10. From the developmental perspective, high school aged students are in a life stage called as early adolescence. It is a time of transition from childhood to adolescence with numerous changes in the physical, mental, social and emotional domains of development. Many research studies have shown that the high school age students become less engaged in academic activities and are also evidently proved that the high school teaching strategies do not fit well with the developmental needs of these students. To provide them with a conducive school environment, it is necessary to recognize their developmental needs. So, what are the developmental needs of high school aged students? Because of the numerous physical, mental, social and emotional changes, three major developmental needs arise among this group of students. The first one is need for acceptance by others. As puberty begins, the hormonal changes and the body appearance makes a student become worried and raises doubt if they will be accepted by others. Hence, they suffer from low self-esteem. The second major need is need for increased independence. This period is also marked by the students seeking independence in choosing their friends, their own appearance and grooming, their own social group and their own school activities. This seeking in turn results in conflicts between the early adolescents and parents as well as their teachers. The third major need is need for meaningful interactions with adults. High school teachers tend to offer less social support to students when compared to primary school teachers. And at this stage, early adolescents also do maintain a distance from their parents. With teachers and parents at a distance, these adolescents try to get close with other adults in the society and absorb them as a role model. While looking into these three major needs of the high school students, you can very well realize that they are contradictory to each other. Though they crave for freedom, they seek adult support and recognition. Hence, the question of what they want has to be really addressed. Now, let us understand what they want in terms of Erikson's theory. Erikson's stage of psychosocial theory relevant to this age group can give a better answer. The central developmental task of 11 to 19 years is identity versus role confusion. At an early stage of this developmental task, the high school aged students experience mixed feelings of identifying their role in society. Hence, they try to experiment with varied roles and attempt to achieve a sense of identity. In the process of identity formation, they experience negative feelings like self-doubt, awkwardness, embarrassment, confusion, and then all of these later leads into depression. Some students get paralyzed by the feeling of inferiority, and as a defense mechanism, they turn their path towards becoming rebellious or delinquent. But before getting into the real characteristics, two major psychological occurrences that happen among the high school students has to be learned. First one is imaginary audience or spotlight effect. As early adolescents have a self-focused view of their sense of selves, they perceive that in any social situation, everyone's attention is just focused only on them. As an attempt to gain acceptance and approval from society, they become extremely sensitive in their grooming and appearance. The oversensitivity also leads to negative self-image and self-criticism. The second occurrence is called as personal fable. Early adolescents believe that their thoughts and feelings are unique, and no one in this world has never experienced or can even understand the same. Because of this belief, these adolescents lose trust in their parents and teachers and gradually get their trust shifted to the peer group. In turn, they tend to seek more independence from parents and teachers. Certain other general characteristics of high school age students in the developmental perspective are shown to you in this video. They are the students of this age are likely to consider other adults or friends as role models by withdrawing themselves from parental figures. These students give more importance to peers and seek the freedom to choose their peer group. They also conform to the ideals of the peer group and hence encounter peer pressure. They have recurrent feelings of awkwardness and loneliness, and they have frequent mood swings. All of these psychological occurrences and developmental needs of high school age children make them stand unique and difficult to handle. While looking into their developmental needs, one can easily realize that it is varied and do not conform to reality. Moreover, there is a lot of contradiction between the needs itself. Hence, counseling and its intervention services becomes imperative. The counseling services becomes the only strategy to help these students overcome their age-related barriers and develop psychosocial skills and right attitudes that are key to academic achievement and in turn holistic well-being. On the whole, high school-aged adolescents are characterized by rapid physical growth, emerging self-identity, urge for autonomy, and the excessive curiosity of things around them. The behavior manifested as a result of the characteristics unique to this stage of lifespan, it has to be carefully monitored and guided in the right path, which can be made possible only by school counseling program. A school counseling program in collaboration with teachers, parents and the society could create a safe and conducive learning environment which in turn can maximize the potential of these young adolescents. Researchers had also evinced that school counseling is essential for high school aged children to optimize their personal growth, acquisition of positive attitudes and values, learn appropriate psychosocial skills, set suitable career goals, and recognize their academic potential. Of all the above, counseling at this stage helps them to become productive and contributing member to the society. The role of the high school counselor is manifold and it varies depending on the demographic variables as well as the requirements of the society. However, high school counseling services encompass the certain elements and it is as shown to you. First element is that offer tutoring on social and emotional issues, for which workshops and seminars can be provided to foster psychosocial skills. The second element is to provide vocational guidance. Vocational guidance is to help the students set a career goal and pass on through the goal that has been set. The third element is counseling. Counseling is something that depends on the requirement. Maybe it is a short-term counseling and either it is an individual counseling or a group counseling can be carried out. And then the next element becomes early intervention. For any learning disability or psychological issues identified among the students, referral services to be provided to facilitate early intervention. And then what next? It should be the follow-up. Oversee each student progress and keep a track of their change becomes an important element of counseling. Apart from these direct services of high school counseling, the counselors also should help the students to uphold academic standards, cultivate proper study habits, time management skills and organization skills, set academic and career goals, and it should be a clear and realistic goal, improve social skills, learn coping and adaptive skills, and identify strengths weaknesses, interests, and aptitude. Now, what can be the method of high school counseling? The counseling service at high school may be either any of the given methods. One is called, what we call it as individual counseling. Individual counseling is to solve personal and interpersonal issues of a particular student in need. Small group counseling is also another method, which is to enhance social skills, communication and listening ability, and strengthen peer relationship. Large group counseling also can be taken up to develop suitable study habits among the adolescents, assessment using standardized tool to identify the differential aptitude, interest, etc. And the other important aspect of counseling is staff counseling. Teachers dealing with these students ought to be provided support in assisting the students to learn and adapt classroom management techniques. And then very importantly, parent counseling is also a part of this counseling high school students. Support services to parents to provide the right level of nurture to the developing adolescents becomes imperative. Hope you would have got an insight of the developmental needs, distinctive characteristics of high school age students, and realize the role of high school counseling services towards their development in the school environment. The next video will deal with the counseling services for higher secondary school aged students. Thank you.